might be on the verge of a Twitter leadership shakeup. I'm Kristi Leigh, and here's today's Daily Brief. Elon Musk has signaled he's ready to step down. The FDA now admits there's a link between the jab and blood clots. The January 6th committee will be releasing its final report this week, but a shadow report response is in the works, and how what happened that day is behind an effort to remove the current administration. Elon Musk has indicated he will step down as the CEO of Twitter. He posted this poll on Sunday night: should I step down as the head of Twitter? I will abide by the results of this poll. After only giving the poll 12 hours, the final results, 57.5% in favor of him stepping down. Musk has faced criticism for using polls for major policy changes. What happened to the majority rules? Democratic idealism. Ironically, the poll came shortly after facing backlash for a policy change that came with no poll, that links to outside social media platforms would be banned. It appears that policy has already been amended. Breitbart reports it will only affect accounts whose main purpose is to promote social media competitors. There's already speculation over who will take over as CEO. Some have suggested Jared Kushner, as he was just pictured beside Musk at the World Cup game. FDA researchers find the Pfizer COVID vaccine is linked to blood clots, according to Just the News. The study of more than 25 million people published by Science Direct found that just under 1% of people over the age of 65 who received the Pfizer vaccine developed a clot and had an increased risk of heart attack. The FDA still says the benefits of getting the shot outweigh the potential risks of being infected by the virus, saying the signals are still under investigation and require more robust study. Meanwhile, 90% of China is fully vaxxed, yet expected to suffer 1 million COVID deaths through 2023, according to American Faith. The explosion of cases and death are based on new projections from the U.S.-based Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation, and new COVID subvariants are evading the vax, according to a peer-reviewed study. The House Democrats' January 6th committee is expected to release its final report this week, but the House GOP is to release their own shadow report in response, according to American Greatness. Axios is reporting an anonymous Republican source says we're prepared to release it when they release theirs. While the Democrats' report is expected to largely blame the protests on President Donald Trump, the GOP will most likely focus on security measure failures ahead of that day. The release of the January 6th committee's report comes ahead of the GOP retaking a majority in the House of Representatives. It's expected the ruling party will disband the J6 committee due to its partisan leaning. Speaking of January 6th, the U.S. Supreme Court could remove the president, the VP, and hundreds in Congress for treason if a lawsuit based on what else happened that day succeeds. The Brunson versus Adams case has been docketed. According to the case, Brunson seeks retribution for the president, VP, and Congress's refusal to investigate evidence presented during the congressional proceeding on January 6, 2021. The plaintiff, Brunson, alleges that the defendants violated their oath of office by refusing to investigate insistence of election rigging during the 2020 presidential election. According to the lawsuit, this refusal constituted an act of treason and fraud and unilaterally violated the rights of every person living and all courts of law. So here's today's takeaways. Elon Musk has indicated he will step down as CEO of Twitter. The FDA admits there's a link between blood clots and the jab, but still recommends you get the COVID vax. The January 6th committee releases its final report this week, but a shadow report from the GOP is coming as well. And a lawsuit seeking to remove the Biden administration has been put on the U.S. Supreme Court docket. Finally, today is December 19th. My brother would have been 45 years old today. Please allow me to wish him a happy heavenly birthday. What a hope we have in Jesus to see our loved ones again, right? The holidays can be an especially hard time to grieve those no longer with us, but remember, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18 and Matthew 5:4, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. For American Faith, I'm Kristi Leigh.